I don't know if you've noticed, but since the start of this video, I've not been wearing this. And the reason for that is because, well, I couldn't find it. And in the end, I found it covered in dust at the bottom of a pile of wood. So if you can relate to this in any way, then it might be worth spending the next hour making this for yourself. And it really doesn't even need to be all that neat. All it needs to do is fit your mask in it. So you just glue that together, and then once the sides are glued, you can have a rebate all the way around the back. You can sink in another 3/4 inch piece of ply that'll sit in the rebates. So that's it. So simple. But it's going to need a front lid, and the lid needs to overhang the top by, I don't know, 12 mil, let's say, a sheet of this. So I'm just going to take a measurement from the box with both bits in there, snug, and then I can cut the lid from that. Then I'll flip my board around and I'll use the box plus the lid again to get the next measurement. So I don't need to worry about tape measure. Line up one corner, bottom left of the box so it's flush. Leave the overhang on the top because we're going to attach the batten to that. And then leave the overhang on the right, if you're right-handed, because that's the way this door's going to open. Lay your hinges out so the barrel is along the groove, and importantly, so that 2 of your holes go into the meat right in the middle of that door. And now you can either pilot drill the other ones because you've got a bit more depth, or use one of these self-centering counter bits, but don't go too deep, especially if you're only using small screws. And then give it a test. I'm just going to use magnets to keep this door closed, and then, well, we're pretty much done. Then give it a test. I'm going to use quick curing wood glue for strength, and then I'm just going to use CA glue to give it that initial grab, and so it acts like a clamp. The reason I've done that is that this protects the seam. If you look at the top of this, the dust collects here, but it doesn't collect over the seam. So when you open it, you're opening it and you should have this width of clean wood. So you're just not dragging a load of dust into a box that you don't want dust in, because this is now ready to go on your wall. Drill some holes and screw it, or do what I'm going to do and put a French cleat on it. Goes on the cleat, and this is for 2 reasons. You'll always know where they are, but more than that, if you leave these out the whole time, they get covered in dust, not just on the outside, but on the inside. And that's probably the last place that you're going to want dust. So this, with the little lip, with the door, is just going to stop any